Helping students with their developmental skills in a very unique way. This week, Western Mass News and PeoplesBank are focusing on a volunteer who has made a difference in the lives of students. Here's Western Mass News reporter Lindsay Idaluca.
It's one of the only programs focused on developmental skills, particularly writing through film, using your senses, appropriate to the name of See, Hear, Feel Film, to write your own analysis. Oh, and did I mention it specifically for third graders?
That is a great time developmentally for students. They are beginning to move from learning to read to reading to learn. They're developing their writing skills, and it's a very flexible and adaptive time with students. So the program was designed specifically for that age group.
And for 5 years now, Deborah Christakos has felt privileged to work with these students.
I started volunteering here with this program. My son, who was in third grade at the time, was involved in the pilot program for this, working with students, See, Hear, Feel Film. And I found the program fascinating, and so the very next year when I was at a film and I saw that they were looking for volunteers, I stood up and said I'd love to be a part of this program.
Studying the plot, character development, and inner dialogues of each short film, the students then work closely with volunteers like Deborah to create their own storylines and even scripts. It's an experience Deborah says isn't only beneficial to the children, but extremely satisfying for those like herself.
Incredibly rewarding, and after each day when we have See, Hear, Feel Film here, we have a little debriefing afterwards with Jake McGinsky, the director, and we talk about things that we've learned that day or things that really worked, things that we could do better. And very often everyone comes out kind of beaming at just the stories that were produced and how the kids come alive. And also as the kids leave, they're often very, I don't want to leave, oh, I can't wait to come back. So you know you've made a difference, not just that day, but going forward for these students.
Executive Director of Amherst Cinema's Carol Johnson says they're blessed with many volunteers, but Deborah's heart is truly one of a kind.
Deborah has great passion for this program. She's very articulate. She's approachable. She's just the kind of person you love to work with. It just really speaks to the effectiveness of the program and her familiarity with it, you know, her ability to just make it happen as it should.
And particularly, Deborah recalls specific students overcoming some of their worst fears.
Occasionally we'll get a student that will be really hesitant, doesn't want to really contribute to the group, and in the small groups with the volunteers we really work hard to make every student feel comfortable and contribute at their own level, at their own pace. So I can remember a student who was pretty resistant, didn't really want to participate, and then gradually we talked to them one-on-one, maybe broke down the language a little bit more, helped them feel comfortable. One of the volunteers would work with them individually and help them recognize that their contribution is very valuable. And then they ended up creating a frame for the story, and in the end performed it in the group of their peers to the entire student body that was there that day, which was wonderful. And that's a complete triumph. It's a win-win for everybody.
A win for the students is a win for Deborah and all the volunteers at Amherst Cinema. For PeoplesBank and Western Mass News, I'm Lindsay Idaluca.